Good morning, everybody. I am done being petty, so that means you guys get to hear my voice again. We got this entire place for $61 last night. $61 for all of this and downstairs. This is a 2-story house. I'm gonna overlay a map right here so you guys can get a general idea of where we are. We are in between 2 mountains in a town that probably has a population of 100 people, which means I don't think that we're gonna be able to find food today. There's no 7-Elevens, there's no restaurants. The town ends like 3 houses that way. The nearest town with like actual stuff inside of it is about 20 miles away, which means we need to hike for another 20 miles or like 7 hours of hiking before we can get food. Apparently the bottom floor here is supposed to be like a co-working space. Like, if you've ever heard of something like WeWork, apparently people come here and they work. But I'm not entirely sure how that actually works because nobody lives in this fucking town. I do not understand how there's a population large enough to sustain a co-working space. It's a fun little door. This road right here is called Old Nakasendo. This is the old Nakasendo path. And you can see that a lot of the buildings here, they try to maintain that old Japanese aesthetic. So it looks really pretty. When I was walking over here, I did see this small little store looking thing. I'm not sure if they sell food, but I might be able to find something like bananas. Actually, they don't even look like they're open right now. Oranges, bananas, some kind of produce would be good. Yeah, they're not open though. I'm not even necessarily hungry. I just know that I need calories to be able to walk 20 miles. I guess we'll work with what we got. They are sold out of Coke Zero. We'll get some coffee and we'll get some of that classic Coke. This is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 calories. It is gonna be cloudy, but it shouldn't rain. So that means our hike should be generally pleasant. I'm still not completely healed from yesterday's hike. My legs and my feet are still a little bit sore, but I'm much better than I was the first time I went on a 20-mile hike. One thing I noticed last night, my shoes, they're starting to get ground down like I was putting them on sandpaper. I'm pretty sure that's just because as the hike goes on, I get tired, I end up scraping my feet against the stone more than I do picking them up and walking. If I want these shoes to last, I need to be more diligent about actually taking big steps. I feel like I'm going in and out of a chicken coop. If you guys were actually able to sit through yesterday's video, do you remember the guy that came up to me with the paper map? He had been following me for like 2 hours up until that point. He was just like walking behind me while I was going. And when I stopped to rest, he came up to me really quickly and he asked for directions. Apparently he was trying to walk the Nakasendo path, but he just had that paper map and he wasn't exactly sure where he was going. That entire time that he was following me, he just assumed that I knew where I was going. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to walk on this side, which is like in that direction, or if I should walk on that side so I can see the cars coming. I think I'm just gonna walk on whichever side is a little bit wider, so I've got more breadth between me and the fucking semis. My biggest concern walking on this side of the street, I'm sure that the cars themselves can fit in their lanes, but if they've got something in the bed of their truck that's like leaning over a little bit and it just like slaps me in the back of the head, maybe I do want to switch to that side so that at least if there is something hanging off of the truck, I can see it and duck. Okay, this works. If you're trying to walk this path and you're from America, I think you'll find it's very familiar because they treat their sidewalks the same way that we do. They just appear and disappear at random, and it's entirely arbitrary which side of the street they're gonna appear on. Like, this sidewalk is probably only gonna last for like 300 feet. See, if you are American, you will find this very familiar. I can't lie. This is crazy, right? Like, this is crazy. What do we want? Let's probably just go with water. Are you fucking kidding me? Does that look like water to you? It says water. Right there, water. What the fuck? Does water just mean something different in Japan? It's sweet. It tastes kind of like Powerade or Gatorade or whatever. Definitely not water. I guess I need natural mineral water. Yes, that's actually clear. We'll just keep them both here for the hike. I am considering if I should get rid of the water bladder and the water filtration system, because I'm pretty sure I can just carry a water bottle and fill it up when I get to like restaurants or places. Like I feel like I can just carry the water with me and I don't need to carry that whole setup. Honestly, I should consider getting rid of this tent. Like every single night that I've been here, I've stayed in a hotel or house or ryukin. We gotta wait here for a second. I'm downloading the Les Mis soundtrack because I'm pretty sure we're gonna lose cell signal as we go up there, and I wanna listen to stuff while I walk. I listened to the Hamilton soundtrack yesterday. We're going Les Mis today. I'm noticing that some of my stitching is coming undone on my load strap. Let me loosen this a little bit. I don't want this breaking. Okay, here we go. Hey, more sidewalk. Never mind, it ends. Switch back to this side. We have 12 miles left to go. Okay, bad news. There is a bridge that comes up through here, and there is no like extra room on the shoulder of the... Yeah, I definitely don't think they want people walking here. But I looked and there is not an alternative route. So we're just gonna try not to get hit by a truck. That's the goal, I guess. I can probably walk on this thing. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Well, that was fun. I imagine that's not the last time we're gonna have to do that. Dude, this is the third piss bottle I found on this stretch. I really need to pick my routes better. This is kind of ridiculous. That side looks wider. Number 5. That is the 6th piss bottle. Good God. Even America's not this bad. That would be number 7. Good fucking God. If I'm reading that right, 2,000 meters, that's like a mile and a half-ish. This tunnel is a mile and a half long. Which means we have all of the problems that we had before, except now it's dark, and so the drivers won't be able to see us as well. Does this count as a sidewalk? Which direction? Let's walk toward them so we can see if they're coming, I guess. Ah, fucking hell, okay. This isn't so bad, honestly. Holy fuck, this tunnel is long. It's kind of intimidating, actually. Woo. And every time cars drive by, they bring a massive air current through, so it like pushes you around. This is legitimately intimidating. Yeah, over a mile. And these trucks are flying through here. If I fall, I probably die. They have these little ribbons. I think this is to measure wind flow, so you can like visually see it. I'm glad I chose yesterday to give you guys the silent treatment rather than today. I can see in the little spots of mud that there are bike tracks and footprints. That means people have taken their bikes through this. That's really the most concerning part of this, is getting stuck in the mud and then slipping and falling. We are halfway there. 960 on that side, 960 on that side. This is hands down the coolest part of the hike so far. Like, I've had adrenaline pumping for like 20 straight minutes now. People pay money at amusement parks that are less exciting than this is. I believe I see the light at the end of the tunnel. See, stuff like this, accidentally tripping on that and falling would not be good. That was seriously so fucking cool. And I believe it's just downhill from here. Gotta take a break. Favorite part of the entire time in Japan so far is walking through that fucking tunnel. Ah, so cool. Whew. What is that, 10, 11? Here's what I don't understand about the piss bottles. In America, truckers will piss in bottles and they'll throw it out the window because they've been driving for so long and they can't stop to take like bathroom breaks. They'll drive for like 11 straight hours. In 11 hours, you could go from California all the way to Texas. The thing is, Japan is an island. If you drive for 11 straight hours, you'll go from one end of Japan to the other and still have like multiple hours left. Like, these truckers are not driving for 11 straight hours. I don't understand why they need to use the piss bottles. You know what I'm realizing? This gutter is Nate-sized. Who needs a sidewalk? Honestly, before I went in that tunnel, I would have been a little concerned about how narrow this is. After that tunnel, this is fine. I have plenty of space. It looks like that is a Japanese runaway truck ramp. And it doesn't seem like it's long enough to stop a out of control truck, honestly. Seems pretty short. Would you look at that? It looks like we're close enough to civilization to start being able to walk on the roads again. No more balancing on the railing. Yeah, I just don't feel like those are long enough to stop a truck. I've never actually seen a truck use one of those before, so what do I know? That right there is our goal for today. That's like 3.5 miles away. I see some mountains in the background over there with snow on them. I'm really hoping we don't need to go that way. The thing is, I don't actually know where we're going. I planned these routes out like the morning before we leave. And I don't actually know where we're going. I just hope it's not that way. I think it's gonna start raining soon. The town that we are walking into right now is called Okaya. And I'm pretty sure it's a vacation town using that lake as like its main source of economic shenanigans. Now, I haven't eaten in like 36 hours, so before we go to the hotel, we're gonna get some food. I could go to a local Japanese place, I could get ramen or something, but I'm pretty sure that they would think it's weird if I go up there and I get seconds and then I get thirds. Like if I go up there and I keep ordering food, they're gonna think that I'm a fat American. But if we eat here, that's not a problem, because they expect me to do that anyway. At McDonald's, I can eat as much food as I want without breaking any social taboos. They don't have the machines here to order on, so I think I need to order manually. What's your name?
My name is Cuba.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Nate.
What the kind of YouTube?
Well, right now it's walking. Walking across Japan.
Walking?
Yeah, like walk.
Really?
Yeah. So Tokyo to Kyoto.
Really?
Yes.
Are you okay? So, you
Can I get this guy large? The guy came up to me because he said that I looked like Ed Sheeran.
Mike?
Microphone, yes.
Yeah, konnichiwa, sumimasen, yay. Hello. Hello, my name is Humor. I am so free man. Freedom man.
Oh. Sorry, I need to film this part.
Yeah.
I need to show them what Japanese McDonald's look like. It would stop me from being able to film.
Oh, real?
Yeah, I need to film stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that did not go the way that I wanted it to. I was not able to order more food. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Of course. He runs up to me when I'm ordering because he thinks I look like Ed Sheeran. And when he finds out that I'm not and that I'm like an American YouTuber, he thinks it's all cool. We talk for a little bit, fine. I sit down and I start eating. And then he sits down right next to me. You guys saw that part. When he sat down, he apologized to me for thinking that I look like Ed Sheeran because apparently Ed Sheeran is ugly and I am beautiful. He kept saying that I look cuter. I'm not going to make any inferences here. There's probably just like a language barrier or something, but he was very insistent that I am cute. Honestly, he probably did not know the implications that that word has, but he was adamant. Then I told him that I've got to get going and I've got to go walk to my hotel, and he wanted to come walk with me. He was very adamant that he was going to come walk the 2 miles to the hotel that we need to walk, and I was very adamant that he's not. I leave the McDonald's and he comes running after me to take a picture with me. I'm not gay, but I empathize with women a lot right now. When guys go up to women and they start pestering them and they're like, hey, can I get your phone number? Can I get your Snapchat? And you just like feel overwhelmed. So you're like, okay, yeah, like I empathize with women right now. Ed Sheeran has red hair. I have blonde hair. I think part of the reason why I find that situation so grating is because assuming that he was hitting on me, he assumed that I would be receptive to that. He just assumed that I was gay. And I don't know, is this still recording? God damn it. I don't know why people think that I'm gay, and I don't know how to change that. I don't know how to present myself in a more straight, like it doesn't technically matter, but given my height, I already have enough problems with women. I don't also need them thinking I'm gay. It's not a big deal. It just means I need to find somewhere else to eat. He was adamant. He was gonna walk over 2 miles to get back to my hotel room. We are in room 404. Damn, I guess 404 is not found. Seven and a half hours of walking, we traveled 17 miles. We don't get to settle down quite yet. There's a 7-Eleven like 2 blocks away, we can go get food. Okay, actually I'm looking at a map and there is a mall like 2 blocks away. It's kind of funny. People are criticizing me because I'm trying to shave weight in my bag, but I'm over here carrying around this faux leather jacket. I've actually got a lot of stuff that I don't necessarily need for this hike, but I packed for this under the assumption that once I'm done with this hike, I would go chill somewhere, or if I wanted to take like a couple weeks off or whatever, I would be able to enjoy being in the city, being able to do things with people, and I wouldn't just have hiking gear. Like if you're trying to do a through hike, you would typically have 1 pair of clothes, you would have a water bottle, you would pack so light. And in comparison to that, I have a ton of weight. I didn't pack for a traditional through hike. I packed some stuff for hiking and some stuff for urban living. My legs are doing that thing again where they just hurt after I rest for a second. The reason we're going to the mall rather than just a 7-Eleven right there is because there is a certain type of candy that I found that I want to get again, but you can't get it at small little shops. You need to go to like candy stores. It's called Lake Walk Mall. We can go ahead and grab some ramen while we're here. I'm looking for a specific type of ramen. This is the type that I'm familiar with the little thin noodles. I'm looking for the type of ramen with the big thick noodles. You might not know what I'm talking about because I did not have the opportunity to film it yet, but the thick noodles are the good. Oh, actually, but they seem to have a special on rice and curry and pot stickers. Konnichiwa, can I get this guy? Arigato. I just realized I was concerned about people thinking it's weird that I'm going back up and forth getting more and more food, but at a food court, I can go up there and get something, and I can go there and get something, and I can go there and get something.
I'm just saying that there was a strong correlation between doofuses and people.
Okay, I feel a lot better. Now, let's see if we can't find a candy store. This right here, this is what we're looking for. You can tell because it's got the person with the puckering. Oh, this is, I'm possibly just gonna buy them. Oh, okay. This is a good amount. Hello. I am in such a great mood. This will last me until at least tomorrow. Oh, I hope it's not raining. It is starting to rain, so we gotta be fast, but I wanna show you guys the sour candy because I'm not sure if it'll still be here when I remember to show you later. They look like little gumdrops, but they're coated in citric acid. I'm pretty sure it's citric acid. They are just perfect. I'm too exhausted for that joke again. While I was looking for a place to plug in my laptop, I realized I might burn to death.